Cloud9, one of the best teams in the game on the transition. Can they continue their run? Can they get to the grand finals here in the regional championships? We're underway in this best of 7.
And already a miss there from Squishy on the sideline. One thing that was really helpful for Cloud9 was their kickoff goals. They had some big kickoff goals, mainly from Torment. So we'll see if G2 lets that happen.
And for G2, you heard him talk about it on the desk earlier. He wanted to see Rizzo, get more involved in the offense. Last week, he had picked it up. He had 14 shots in their series against Cloud9. That one just bounced off the post and out. JNaps picks it up and plays it in the corner. You'd love to see Rizzo continue to come to form on the offensive half. JNaps just missing that pass for Chicago. Rizzo rolls around looking. Chicago too far off the ball to turn around, but G2, they're coming straight back where they left off last week, James. Consistent pressure in the offensive half. They don't get any headway here, but they still get the advantage in midfield.
This is the opposite of what we saw Cloud9 doing. And could have been a chance for Gimmick had he got there quicker. But if you think back to the Space Station series with Cloud9, Cloud9 was doing, had all of the possession in that series. They were putting the pressure on the Space Station gaming defense. Now G2 has had a very good start in terms of possession and pressure. But Cloud9 just starting to get in the groove.
Yeah, finally neutralizing midfield. Oh, a great touch from JNaps. Now G2 move forward, rolling across the ramp. Torment has one clear out, but Chicago's shot is blocked by Squishy. The goaltending from Cloud9 is going to be a problem for G2. Rizzo taking this. He makes Torment miss. Does he make another miss? No. Gimmick has the save. Still, G2 gets some sustained pressure. Rizzo, he's known for hunting on the line. JNaps gets a bump. Rizzo to Chicago. Tries to force his way through, but Squishy is there to make the challenge. Still, G2 have controlled the pitch in the first 2 minutes of game 1.
And even there, a nice pass from Chicago over to Rizzo to keep possession. G2 is swarming right now. Got to wonder how long Cloud9 can keep them at bay.
Well, and finally G2 had to retreat to go get boosts. And Rizzo can't beat Gimmick for the ball. JNaps trying to play it out to the corner. So on the transition, it's still met by Squishy. G2, JNaps a little space as Squishy comes forward for the challenge. And then Gimmick forces his way through across the box. Looking to do it himself. Rizzo has that save. Chicago at least fights Torment off for the ball, and it comes back. Cloud9 finally finding some extended time in the orange half.
They're getting their chance at it now, keeping G2 low on boost. And you can see even Chicago there just chasing this down and gets denied the boost, but gets the demo still on the other end. Cloud9 still attacking. Chicago has to scramble back.
The touch out here, JNaps trying to clear it out. Torment can't get there, forcing Squishy back. He has the first touch, needs a little bit of help, and Gimmick has it easily. Still though, Cloud9 against the backboard. Squishy looking for a shot, well defended by JNaps. G2 doing such a good job playing it out to the corners on defense. Rizzo, he carries that out, buys G2 some time here. Can they get something going? Can they get some more quality opportunities?
G2 already racking up 6 shots on the Cloud9 net, whereas Cloud9 just has 1 shot so far.
And again, Cloud9, Squishy taking his time. While Torment time to get back as well. Gimmick takes it himself. Gimmick shoots and it's blocked. Squishy almost forces it, and he gets the goal. Cloud9, the first goal of the series.
You had to wonder if Rizzo was actually going to be able to pull this save off. The double tap save, and then Squishy hit it right back at him. Rizzo got a piece of the ball, but still it wasn't enough. The ball just trickles right in, and Cloud9 scores on their second shot of the game.
And a great job by Squishy as well, just to get in the face of Rizzo, just to force the issue. You don't get it, it's okay. Your teammates got you covered. A great play by Cloud9 gives them the lead with a minute left. And this is something that they really struggled against G2 last week, was finding consistent offense. Here, Gimmick back to Squishy. They almost get a second goal off the post, and Torment finishes it this time. Rizzo can't catch a break. Cloud9 with the insurance.
And another situation where you thought Rizzo might have been able to do the impossible, but it was just too much. Torment comes in and just cleans up that rebound. Rizzo it's not a likely situation where you're going to come out with a save there, and he just couldn't make it happen. But Cloud9, despite not having as much possession a majority of this game, they have the lead as the final seconds of this game start to tick away.
And the first half of this game really belonged to G2. That shot blocked by Gimmick. They had mustered 6 shots on net just in the first half. Since then, they've generated 1. And it's been all Cloud9 in the back half. With 20 seconds left, it looks squarely in their favor. And again, just Cloud9's solid challenge game. Gimmick, Torment, and Squishy, all 3 of them getting involved in a big way. You know, in the series against Space Station, the talk was all about Torment. This time, really a full unit effort in game number 1. It's Cloud9 takes the lead.
Cloud9, you're right, Jorby. It was an all-around team effort. Gimmick, he was great last series as well. I thought both Gimmick and Torment really stepped up. Squishy played solid in this game as well. Squishy, another solid performance. Rizzo just having to be in those defensive situations that were just hopeless. And Cloud9 was able to pull off those goals.
And the first goal for Cloud9, Rizzo makes this first save, and Squishy's already ready for it. He knows if Gimmick doesn't have this next touch, I'm going to get this next touch, or at least try to make a play to open up the goal line for somebody to finish it. And it's just a heads-up play from Squishy. And Rizzo, I mean, he did what he could do on that play. A really tough spot for him to be in. And yeah, Cloud9, after that, never really gave it back.
Yeah, it seemed like G2, just in the beginning of the game, was going to be off to a hot start, but they really did cool off, Jorby, near the end. You called it out. They had about 6 shots very early in the game, and then, they get 1 or 2 more shots in the last half, so they really slowed down. Cloud9 started to pick up, and they've already, played a series today. They're already going to be coming in warm. So Cloud9 getting that big game number 1 victory.
In G2, early in that game, they had some quick passing plays in Cloud9 territory where it felt like they were going to break Cloud9, but Cloud9 with some good goaltending early on, and even some passes where Chicago seemed kind of hesitant sometimes to go for it. It felt like Gimmick had the challenge on him, and you don't want to give up the back end if you're G2. You know how dangerous Cloud9 are on the transition, and you do not want to give them an opening or a gap. So in game number 2, G2, well, just from these 2 teams' history, it's going to be a back and forth affair. Squishy.
We have seen two sweeps today, Jorby.
We have seen 2 sweeps.
So I'm not gonna sign any.
It was close. The series scoreline.
Yeah, it was a sweep though. So
it was a sweep. Oh, Chicago trying to make a save from a laser off Torment. Rizzo off midfield. Chicago. No touch from him. Rizzo just playing it away from Cloud9 straight off the ceiling. Not really feeling the pressure. Now they feel it. Rizzo to Chicago, blocked right into Torment. Making it easy right off his bumper. Another quick pass. Rizzo right into Squishy. JNAPS can't get back to it. So again, passing plays right in front of the box for G2, but the shot placement right into Cloud9 defenders. Now Gimmick's shot is blocked by Rizzo, and JNAPS is there to take it away.
Heroic defensive efforts on both sides. This time, no one's going to be back to save it. Chicago and JNAPS, the dynamic duo for G2, connect yet again, this time to get G2 the first goal of the game.
And a great touch from JNAPS. First carrying it out from the corner, but then he gets that flick to make the Cloud9 attacker miss, and he finds his man, Chicago. And who else? The striker for G2 this season.
Yeah, Chicago, incredible goal participation, and now an immediate response from Torment and Cloud9.
And it's off the kickoff. Comes right out. Gimmick wins the first challenge, and then he just wins that cleanly. Not even a touch from G2 on the play. And Torment, he's got enough of a net to score. Easy pickings for Torment.
Kickoffs all around going very well for Cloud9, at least today. Against Space Station, they were doing the same thing. Torment getting those kickoff goals, and again, now against G2, a big goal right there to tie it up.
Squishy back over to Torment, and as Achieves likes to say, James, few things beat a really solid kickoff. Cloud9 have demonstrated that today. And still Squishy. JNAPS able to kick it out to the corner. But it's lockdown right now from Cloud9. Even on the back end, Squishy taking out JNaps. Chicago, rough spot. That shot blocked by Rizzo. And they just keep going corner to corner. Throwing anything at the box to see what sticks. Finally, G2 get a clear. They're going to try to reset here from midfield. JNaps out to the opposite side. Oh, and Gimmick, the ball falling right back down to him, to his corner. Does afford Squishy a chance at the ball. He's still on it.
And Gimmick got bumped all the way downfield, but still managed to find that G2 boost in the corner. See how he uses it.
Oh, going up quickly. Cut the angle as deep as he could, and Gimmick scores. What a play from Cloud9.
So this one, I mean, just looking at Gimmick, it definitely looked like he was going for the pass, but he just falls into the ball, and he'll take it. Cloud9 getting the lead. A little bit of fortune on Gimmick's side there, however.
And Squishy tried to force the issue. He really cut deep on the angle and tried to hit the upper 90. It bounced off the post. And like you said, sometimes fortune favors gravity.
The bold. Yeah, and gravity, that too.
The Cloud9 take the lead. And off the backboard, Gimmick scores again. Cloud9 coming into form today in the regional championship.
You know, Gimmick just wants to have another interview. Squishy with the block there on the dunk. Gets it going off the backboard, and just another solid read from Gimmick. Not a lot of boost to work with, but enough to make that shot happen. And Gimmick gets his second of the game. Cloud9 up 3-1 now. Looking very good for Cloud9.
You know what Gimmick might have said in that next interview? He was never really worried.
That seems to be the trend for Gimmick interviews so far.
Calm and collected. Chicago and JNaps looking to heat it up for G2. Oh, and what a pinch off the ceiling, but right into JNaps. JNaps fighting against Squishy for this. Saw Squishy jump for that, so tried to go back down, forced Squishy to have to read him the whole way back to the floor. Squishy did.
And you just love how many options players have in the air nowadays. You can go for that air dribble, go for the double tap, go for the flip reset. You know, go for the fake flip reset. You can do so much. Right there, I think JNaps, you know, just didn't act quickly enough, and Squishy was able to shut him down.
Another clear. Oh, and Rizzo got the second touch. G2 not out of it yet, and they pull within one.
Rizzo, he's been playing defense. He got the defensive touch there, but just kept going. And Torment, it might have surprised him. Torment thinking that he might have had more time to get back. Didn't realize that Rizzo was chasing that ball down in the air to get that shot towards net. Well done by Rizzo. You know, the desk was talking about how the historically low goal participation, but he has stepped up for G2 when they're needed.
And what a blistering, James, as you would say, shot. Chicago from JNaps, tie game.
And again, you can't talk about the G2 offense really without talking about Chicago and JNaps. Chicago on the other end of the spectrum when it comes to goal participation, and that was a shot right there. They tie it up.
Chicago off the kickoff. Blocked away by Torment, so Cloud9 leading for the majority of game number 2. Have now blown that 2-goal lead. And a double commit, but it's a pass to Gimmick, and calculated for Cloud9. They take the lead back.
Give them the hat trick. Look at that. Torment gets the ball over to Gimmick, and Gimmick just hammers that in. It was an impressive strike. And now 42 seconds left on the clock. That hat trick from Gimmick getting Cloud9 the lead. They just have to hold on.
Squishy out to the corner. Chicago taking one out of the play. Loses the challenge against Gimmick. Rizzo forced back, giving way for JNaps. JNaps blocked by Squishy. G2 still lurking. Rizzo. Chicago backflip, won't be able to challenge, and Torment has the clear. Cut off by JNaps off the ceiling. Squishy rolls it down. Around the corner, Torment's there. And knocks it to the other side of G2 territory. One more chance as they head down the field. JNaps looking a little too high against Rizzo. Cut off again. Chicago hits it over towards his own net. Kills it down. Cloud9, a 2-0 lead in the series.
And a big game from Gimmick. Gimmick getting the hat trick with some impressive striking. And G2 going down yet again. Rizzo getting a goal this time, 2 assists from JNaps. Some solid shots from Chicago. That was a close game, but in the end, just Gimmick too much for G2 to handle.
And the go-ahead goal that gave Cloud9 the lead and the victory, that laser pass from Gimmick. Gimmick
and
equals the power on the shot.
And this is an all-in situations here. You see the double commit by Squishy and Torment. If Gimmick hits the post or the backboard with that shot, that's a goal for G2. So, you know, that was a swing moment. And Gimmick made it swing in favor of Cloud9 with just a perfect shot.
And it really is peak Gimmick right now. One of the things he's just so good at is winning every single challenge in that dominance of his and generating opportunities for Squishy and Torment. And in this case, it's just been Squishy and Torment generating opportunities for Gimmick. And Gimmick is just doing everything right now for Cloud9. He really is playing.
Well, I mean, you know, G2, one of the things they got flack for was, you know, relatively predictable style of play where you've got Rizzo in the back playing that more defensive role, and Chicago and JNaps always playing up. But with teams like Cloud9 and teams like NRG, every single player can be upfield making plays happen. So that is just one of the dangerous things about Cloud9, and they put it on display right in that game number 2.
And in game number 3, where G2 are looking to not hit the crossbar, try to get a series win on the board against Cloud9. Chicago off the side wall, off the backboard. JNaps scores for G2. 18 seconds is all it takes.
Chicago and JNaps connecting yet again. Chicago with a good dribble. You see there, he saved his flick just a little bit longer so he could fool the defender and gets that bouncing right off the curvature of the ceiling down to JNaps, who had a lot of the net to shoot on and got an easy goal for him.
Oh, and G2, they have another chance. Rizzo, tough angle to play it across off the back wall. Does keep it in play for G2. That's all you can hope. Rizzo's shot rolled right into Gimmick. JNaps up for this as well. G2 finding some space in the attacking third. They take advantage of it. Rizzo, clean hit around the corner. Chicago waiting for that touch from Torment as well. Gives this to JNaps. Squishy has the save. We see those smart plays coming from G2 on offense. It's what we saw with them in Week 5 against Cloud9. They can't score on that opportunity. Cloud9 go the other way.
That was a hot start, and I think G2 feels like this is the decision maker, or this is the decider when it comes to the series. They have to get back into this. Reverse sweeping Cloud9, the season 6 world champions, is going to be tough. And Gimmick, he equalizes it up on the counterattack for C9.
Gimmick knew the whole way where this was going. Squishy just has to get just that pinch off. Gimmick already jumped for it before Squishy ever touched the ball. He's like, I know you got it, baby. Easy goal, tie game.
And that is such a difficult thing to do. In fact, I didn't think Squishy was going to be able to get that perfect ball out there, because when you're dealing with those pinches, the ball can have extreme velocity, or sometimes it just doesn't go anywhere. It's so hard to control, but he put it right on that plate for Gimmick.
And for Gimmick, it doesn't matter. You can pre-jump for that ball all you want, even if you don't read it correctly. You got Torment on the back end to clean things up. Just immense trust from this Cloud9 squad. You know, Squishy, known for saying he loves, thinking you got to stick with the team for a long time to make things work. And Cloud9 have been together for a very long time, and the trust is so evident.
That the DreamHack Atlanta, that's where the magic started. Little did we know at the time, little did we know that the Muffin Men were going to turn into Cloud9 and bring the title back to North America. And now they're about to get revenge on G2 if they keep playing like this.
And the new look G2 with Chicago, undefeated for the majority of the season. It didn't look pretty at times for this team, and still coming into their own. And JNaps setting this across the box. Killed by Gimmick again. Rizzo, he's got Chicago, flips it up. Look for the bump onto Torment as well. They haven't been able to get physical against Cloud9.
But you can tell Rizzo's hunting for it. He's really looking for those bumps. It's part of his game that really does make him an asset and a very annoying player to play against.
And it always is that game-breaking Oh, Gimmick just getting the read and the challenge, finds the gap on G2. They take the lead.
And this was just a rough clear from Rizzo. Instead of hitting the ball downfield, it looks like he tried to control it into a dribble and dribble it out. And Gimmick just said, no, I'm not giving you time to do that, challenges him, and just dunks it. And it goes right into the G2 net. A tough break for G2.
Maybe a chance off the kickoff and at least give them possession. JNAP's rolling that one off and out of the post. Chicago kicking that up against the side. G2 trying to force the issue here on the offensive end. Chicago didn't have many other options. Felt the pressure from Cloud9. And again, Torment, another clear. Difficult right now. Cloud9's defense seemingly impenetrable at times. Gimmick has that covered off the backboard as well. Some space for JNAP's. Got Rizzo. Rizzo going under. Making Torment bite. Gimmick giving away for Squishy. Just nothing really materializing for G2. They keep things going in midfield. Chicago wins a good challenge here. Flips it over Gimmick. Looking to try to beat Squishy. JNAP's can't force it through. Now Rizzo rolling around too. Cannot muscle by Torment. Again, Cloud9 can't get in front of the box. That is G2. Oh, the bump, but no good. And JNAP's has the save.
Yeah, that air dribble transition into a bump attempt, and he actually got the bump, but a G2 defender in the way. Now a chance for Chicago, and he beats the Cloud9 defense, tying it up with just 50 on the clock.
Well done by Chicago. Off the pass from JNAP's out to the corner. Torment is the guy that has to make that touch in the corner. It came off the side. Chicago just to the right.
And it looked like Gimmick had the line to make the save, but Squishy just might not have seen him. Squishy trying to make the save when Gimmick could have easily cleared that out.
And it gives G2 life late in game number 3.
And this is such an important game, Jorby. You know, bringing the series back within one game versus being in a situation where you have to reverse sweep. But Torment, he doesn't give anything to G2. And this dribble play from Squishy, he gets the perfect pass to Torment, and Torment, top shelf.
You have that much space if you're Squishy. You can do anything you want with the ball on that play. You know you have Torment on the wing, and Squishy playing it pretty slow on that. Allows G2 defender, he has to sit there and hesitate. Off the kickoff, Torment gets another goal.
How many kickoff goals is this today for Torment? Squishy
enough,
getting his 4th assist, and he just kills that perfectly. Torment on the cheat, expecting that ball to get killed, and executes it perfectly. Squishy 4 assists now. Unbelievable.
Well, against G2 and against Space Station today, Cloud9 really look like Season 6 world champions. Your Season 6 world champions.
They're getting back into form, right, as it's needed.
When it matters the most.
And you could tell from the interview that Gimmick, he was never worried. Even though they didn't get the auto bid, they had to work their way in. But he wasn't worried. He had faith in his team, had faith in their skills, and they are putting on a show at this regional championship.
And really, how surprised can we be? It's not like this is the first time Cloud9 in the back half of league play have, disappointed. Disappointed in terms of how they could finish. Not finish top 2 like they wanted to, but then they show up at regional championships. They show up at the world champions.
Yeah, they're absolutely showing up right now, taking 3 games straight. If this was league play, the series would be over. It would be a sweep. But Cloud9, they just lost to G2, but they are really just stepping up. And this play right here, Squishy, that was for his playmaker. Just control over the ball, taking his time.
Space.
Yeah, has the space, and you could see him just wrapping around that ball to get the pass to Torment. And then Torment, you can't block that. You feel bad for the G2 defense because Cloud9 just picked them apart.
G2, not without their opportunities. They've had a lot of shots on net. They're finding passes against Cloud9, but Cloud9, they can't fight their way through. There was the shot from Chicago earlier that Gimmick had just missed, and then there was the other play as well. They're quick passes from the corner. So it's not like G2 aren't finding any headway, any room to work with at all against Cloud9. It's just, again, Cloud9 is the better team right now.
Yeah, and it's still, you go back to kickoff goals. Cloud9 has just been doing great all day on the kickoff goals. And so G2, they need to make more of their chances, yes, but maybe also needing to catch a break as well.
And at the regional championships, the difference between, just off the post, another shot up high, blocked again. Quickly there's Chicago right into Gimmick. G2, an explosion of offense in the first 10 seconds. They come away empty. And Cloud9 back in the orange half.
Yeah, that squishy style save. You see players doing it all the time where they drive up around the back of the net. It's curved. You can just drive right up it. It's a great way to get up high to make a block if you have no boost.
JNaps trying to carry the ball out. G2, JNaps, second time you see G2 try to do that when Gimmick is right on top of them. And they have a chance for about one move for a flick, but Gimmick is always on top of it. Can't shut down any kind of slow play out. Off the ceiling, Gimmick again off the touch. Squishy or Torment is there off the backboard and covering the back end. G2, quick pass cleared away.
And that was a chance for Torment to put one by. That was the setup you hoped for. Rizzo was stuck in net. He was not able to jump up to cut off the opportunity, but Torment just couldn't find the shot.
Rizzo long clear downfield, met with a long clear from Cloud9. Squishy off the ceiling and then off the post from Gimmick. Torment can't finish, gets back to his own shot, and it's a goal for Cloud9. This whole play is insane.
This was just rebound after rebound opportunity. Gimmick just claims it off the post. It bounces out. Torment doesn't hit the follow-up, but does manage to set himself up for his own rebound.
And the replay didn't catch it, but Squishy had just almost pinched it off the ceiling straight down, and Gimmick was right in front of it. I thought he had the shot as it ricocheted off the post. And G2, they couldn't get back to the ball. I mean, like you said, rebounding all over the place, and Cloud9 took advantage of it. They feel unstoppable right now. Like they can do no wrong, more than unstoppable.
Well, they've won 3 games straight now versus G2. This is match point. Winner moving on to the regional championship final.
G2. Well, they're going to start from their own third, but the touch gets away from him, and it's Gimmick again. Gimmick has just been everywhere on this field. An absolute disaster for G2 to try to work with or work against. Chicago quickly up for this, but took a bad angle onto the ball. Gimmick again there to clear it away. Pass over. Chicago's there. And
that was an opportunity there for Jorby. Gimmick had side flipped, and the net was open for a brief period of time.
And Torment's shot blocked by Rizzo. And it's been those one-off opportunities. Oh, Chicago back to JNaps. Can Chicago get there? No. Squishy has it cut off. About 2 minutes left to go. JNaps wins, and it's blocked, broken up by Gimmick. Chicago just trying to get it away from Gimmick, but Torment was following him close behind the whole time. Cloud9 are ready for every touch G2 give them. And even when you try to clear it out, try to find a pass downfield, Torment will do that. Chicago's shot has it. They work their way downfield. G2 score. They tie the game.
G2 not giving up just yet. Rizzo with the infield pass to Chicago. Chicago didn't even wait for it to bounce, but still managed to get so much power on that shot, beating the Cloud9 defense, and G2, they're back into the game.
We saw this in the last game. G2 were able to fight back, tie things up a couple of times. They can't finish. They need to be able to take the lead here late in game number 4. Because this is all they have to get to the grand
Their
final.
back is to the wall. They have no more lives left in the regional championship.
And the difference between losing here and getting to the grand finals is $6,000, James. It's a huge chunk of change. That shot blocked by Squishy.
Oh, an incredible effort from Squishy. Had to get past a defender that was trying to bump him and make the save. He managed to do it.
JNaps back out. Gimmick clears it out to the corner. JNaps cuts the angle on Squishy. Keeps it here for Rizzo. Blocked by Squishy again. Torment caught behind him.
You could tell he wanted to get that mid boost. That's why he was trying to make that maneuver. He wasn't able to do it. But now it's Cloud9 on the defensive.
And it cost them possession. Chicago back over to JNAP. His shot is good for a G2 lead with 33 seconds remaining.
JNAP stepping up for G2. Chicago, that slight touch there allowed the ball to get out in the midfield with enough space for JNAPs to work with. So excellent hustle from Chicago. And G2 might stay alive.
And if Torment catches that ball and boosts at midfield, none of that would have happened. Instead, G2 have the lead. 20 seconds remaining. Can they stay alive in their bid for regional North American champions? Squishy. That
2v1.
shot. Oh, he goes under Chicago. Chicago jumps, expecting the ball to be in the middle of the net. Squishy recognizing it. Tie game with 10 seconds left.
It's a 2v1 situation, and what are you going to do? Of course you send one player at the keeper. Chicago had to contend with Gimmick, who is coming in to bump him and try to make the save. And, you know, Squishy did exactly what he needed to do. Go low, because you know that player has to jump to dodge the demo.
And now bounced up, Cloud9, a shot before the end of regulation. Gimmick off the ceiling. Torment catches this. Torment almost scores. It's blocked off the side wall. Chicago denied by Squishy. He almost got back to catch it. We got overtime.
One goal now separating Cloud9 from a sweep over G2, league play revenge, and a spot in the regional championship final.
G2. Oh, a big demo from Chicago. They need the ball. JNAPS misses that next touch, but Rizzo is there and booms it downfield. JNAPS couldn't find the pass. G2 can't connect on that, and Gimmick. The floor pinch out. Rizzo plays it slow past his own corner. Squishy there. G2 do not want to get locked in their own half, and a much-needed clear from Chicago. A much-needed shot from Chicago is too light, and right down into Squishy. Rizzo, another to Chicago, to JNAPS, no, blocked out by Gimmick. Got a breakaway opportunity. Chicago races back. Gimmick is the winner. Rizzo breaks it up. Chicago quickly can't beat Torment to the ball. Now back.
Oh,
Gimmick! He scores! Cloud9, an 8-0 run, sweeping their way to the grand finals in the North American Regionals.
Revenge over G2 is complete with a shutout. Unbelievable performance from Cloud9. They have been on a tear.
No auto bid after league play. It doesn't matter. We've referenced it already. Gimmick never worried. They know
Cool
the
as a
potential of this
cucumber.
team. Absolutely. And now they wait for the winner of NRG versus Rogue. And this goal right here, the tying goal that sent it to overtime. Squishy and the bump that sent Chicago midair to give them the lead. It was physical play that netted Cloud9.
Well, I mean, you force Chicago to jump, because if he doesn't jump, he gets bumped out of the way. He has to jump. There's no option. So he's either going to have to commit very early where you jump and then immediately flip so you can stay low. But if you do that and Squishy goes high, you're just out of luck. So you feel bad for Chicago in that situation. But it was just a textbook 1v2 play, and Squishy put the shot right where he needed to.
The defending world champions now have a chance to get the North American regional title. They will face the winner of NRG versus Rogue coming up next. Don't go anywhere.